Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Wonder Woman Gold from Wonder Woman 1984. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, I haven't seen the movie. I have no idea anything about it. Okay, I take that back. I do know something about it. But what I'm trying to say is I'm doing this before the show, so I mean I have to, right? Because I can't. Well, okay, I do drawings ahead of time. I don't do them the day of, So I have to do this before the movie comes out. So that also means I haven't seen it, So I'm kind of just winging it. Get it? Wing it, and hoping that my drawing is close to what the actual suit is, I mean, I've got pictures, but I've like her hair, like let's just say her hair is like this. In some of the pictures I have, I mean, I'm going only by the promotional. This is what they release and that kind of thing. Her hair's down, and some it's off just a little bit, So I don't know what's right. So. Yeah. So that's the point. So I'm hoping I got it close. I've just got a few different poses I can look at and hope that I got the details right. But it's not a straight-on shot like this. That's the problem. So, we'll see if I get it right. You'll know now because I'm actually going to release this on the same day the movie is available, which is Christmas Day. I'm trying not to date it. I'm trying not to say Merry Christmas and all that stuff because who knows when someone's going to watch this. And it might not be on Christmas Day that they watch it. So, I'll probably do like a Christmas thank you, hello thing maybe later. But for now, this is about Wonder Woman. Do. Sorry. Also, I just spent a lot of time with my grandson, and I've been singing to him a lot. And I'm in a singing mood. Wonder Woman, and it's horrible singing, so I apologize. And plus, there's music playing over this, right? So it's like, stop singing. Just, let the music play, old man. All right. And also, I mean, I kind of. Let's see, I wanted to do the rope, but it's like I wanted to go across, but it's going to cut across all the major detail. But do I want to do that, or do I just kind of want to loop it down like this, and then just leave it? Because here's the other thing, too, is we're going to do the wings. This is probably going to be a very long drawing, and I apologize, but I kind of don't. Because if we're going to do all this detail, we need to get it right. And it's going to take a while. So, this is going to be a long one. This is probably going to be over 30 minutes. So I apologize, but I also don't, Because I have to get this sketch right first, and then I can worry about the detail. But also, I'm going to do her hair kind of coming out from this I was going to say her skull, this helmet that she has, because in some of the pictures I've seen, you can see her hair hanging out. So, I'm going to try to do that. And keep it looking kind of how they have it. The problem is, there is so much detail in this armor that should be gold. Like, I should just leave it like it is and do it with gold only, but we gotta draw something, So, that being said, I'm gonna do as many lines as I can and still make it look separate. make it look like the armor, and leave enough for color, and to make it look like the segmented gold looking coolness that it is, you know? That's going to be the trick, is trying to get it to look like a cool armor with black lines when they don't have black lines, and that's the problem I'm having. That's the dilemma I'm having. It's not a problem, just a question of what do I want to do, because like I said, it's awesome in itself. Maybe we'll do that. Let's do that. Well, see, here's the other problem. Here's the other problem is if I do rope going across, I gotta try to do it perfectly going across like that, and I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to concentrate on the cool armor that she has, and not try to do parallel lines and all this stuff. And same thing with her arms. Like, I'm just gonna draw arms, and then we'll do some kind of colored detail for the detail, I guess. Gosh, I just got no words. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And so maybe I'll do a little bit of rope like this and see how it comes out. You know, so we got something to draw, because that's another cool detail. But again, I can't draw everything, and I'm not worried about drawing everything. So maybe I should not worry about it. All right, how far are we into this? Okay, not too far, not too bad. We got time. But I haven't quite even got to the head yet. So I say that, and maybe I don't have time. But this one's going to be fun. This one's going to be awesome. That's why I want to get it right. Alright, that looks pretty good too. So, how about we give her just a fist? Same thing over here, kind of like we did over there. Nothing wrong with drawing a strong, menacing Wonder Woman. Well, I'm excited for this movie. I hope it's good. But you know what? It's a superhero movie. It's going to be good, regardless of whether anybody likes it or not, because you know what? There's a time when we weren't getting movies like this, so I'm very excited that we are. You know, it's a wonderful time to be alive and watching this kind of stuff. So I appreciate it. I'm super glad. And I'm excited no matter what. Always excited for a superhero movie, even Aquaman. I'm not saying I liked it, but I was excited that we got to see it, you know, excited that it was there, you know? Okay, so let me try to draw some kind of face real fast. Let's see. And what I have to do is I have to get her face in a helmet. And what I mean by that is I have to make sure that I draw the proportions correctly to make it look like someone is wearing a helmet. Because the last thing you want to do is draw a helmet that's too small, or it doesn't look like someone could actually be wearing it. So I like to make sure I draw the face first. And then, once I have that down, or the head, you know, the head, make sure the face is going to fit in there. Once I have that down, then I can make sure I draw the helmet around that head. So they see, it's not quite perfect, but it works. This is going to be the other trick too, is what I was talking about. There's a lot of detail in this stuff, is that there's a lot of detail in this helmet too. So this is going to be super tricky, and again, super long. So buckle in. We're going to do it. And it may not be perfect. No, I take it back. It's not going to be perfect. I can tell you right now it's not going to be perfect. Because there's only so much I can do. And there's only so much we can do. So, I'm okay with skipping a few things, or losing a few things, or, you know, not having all of it, you know? But also, it's a lot to do. So that's why I'm okay with, yeah, we didn't do everything, that's fine. Alright, I think I'm good with that. That looks like a pretty good drawing to me. I'll figure out whatever for the hair. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I almost messed everything up. Here's going to be the hard part. Here's going to be the tricky part. What are we going to do for the wings? So, let's see, let's just do... I think I'm just going to do like a quick, like we'll do like little line, but I can't draw every single line. It's almost going to be impossible. So, we're just going to do like this. And it's not going to be perfectly out. I'm kind of planning on having a little bit of freedom here. And then we'll draw some detail that I can, but I can't draw every single little, you know, we'll do something like that, but I think, okay, that's good. So let's get moving with the sketch, with the Sharpie portion. Let me erase some of this, and then we're going to move on to the Sharpie portion, and again, it's going to be dig in, just settle in, because this is going to be a long one, but it's going to be awesome. What else are you going to do? Play with your toys? Maybe. Then come back here and do some drawing when you're done. Okay, so I'm erasing some of these sketch lines because I want my pencil line, I want my Sharpie lines to stand out, not my pencil. So I just want to make sure that some of this is gone. But I gotta leave enough, my paper needs to be taped down better. I gotta leave enough for myself so I can see where we're going and guide us better. So, I think that's gonna work. Let me just tighten the tape up real fast. Alright. Okay, let's go. So, let's welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers! Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pencil finer than the fine point can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines and left myself enough to guide me on this Sharpie adventure. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen and just get in with the details. And I've already talked about all the details in the pencil portion, so if you want a review, go back there. We're going to go straight in. So I'm going to draw her eyes. This, and then I'm going to draw just a little bit of the retinas, the color part, and then just dab a little bit for the pupils because my Sharpies will bleed. If you're working with pencil, you can probably get more in there, but mine will start to bleed if I do more. So I'm just kind of hitting it just a little bit just to make it, and then I'm going to move on. So she has a nice eyeliner all the way around, but it's too small for me to draw. So I'm just going to kind of come in just a little bit like that. Same thing on both sides. And that's all. And then color will take care of the rest. But again, it's a nice pretty eyeliner, so I'm going to try to do something thick on the top part to show it. Something like that, but that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I want to do more, but obviously I'm going to run out of space because it's going to bleed everywhere. So it looks good like that, and I'm moving on. Her nose is going to be down here, like that. And I want to do more, but again, we're going to add a whole bunch of detail with this mask and helmet and all this stuff. So I'm just going to go straight in with the mouth, and then draw a little bit of the lips, what I can. Again, this is so small, it's hard for me to add too much detail. So that's about all I really can do. Now, I'm not saying it looks exactly like Gal Gadot, how do you say her name? But yeah, I'm never good at that. So I'm just like, hey, this is good enough for me. So I'm just gonna go straight into the mask. Or I keep calling it a mask. Straight into the helmet. Start drawing all the details as much as I can. Now, I've already talked about it in the sketch how much details we're doing. So again, if you want a better review, go back there. Here we're just gonna go straight in, no explanation. We're just gonna dive in because we got a lot of drawing to do. That's good for that part, and I'm gonna have to try to figure this out as we go because there's a lot to it. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna come down here and do one of these. And that'll kind of give us an edge here. And also my outer edges like this, I'm gonna thicken them up because when I switch over to the big Sharpie, you're gonna see a huge difference in line width. So I'm kind of preparing for how it's going to look. And I know it's not right. I know it's not like, it's not level. It's kind of, you know what, that's fine with me. This is looking good already and I'm super happy with it. So I'm going to draw the eagle part of the head. Helmet. I keep calling it a head or a mask. And again, you know, color is going to do a lot of this. So that's kind of our one saving grace is that, you know, there's going to be a whole bunch more we can do with color that's really going to make it stand out. But this will give you something to draw at least, right? Okay. And again, you don't have to thicken up the edges like this. I'm doing it because of what's about to happen with this Sharpie. I know where it's going to go, so I'm kind of preparing for that. You do you. You do what makes you happy. All right, there's another edge right there, but I think I'm going to leave that for color. That's the trickiest part. This is what I was talking about in the sketches. I've got to decide what I'm going to do with color and what I'm going to do with Sharpie, because this is a gold suit. It's not black. There's no black edges in this. But, you know, we're drawing it, so it's got black edges now. And sometimes too, when I do these thickening up these edges, it helps me hide a few things too. So that's why I like doing it. It looks good and it helps me hide a few things. Oh well, I don't have it. I'll just use this for now. Look at this old calendar. I'll use that. I like to have something to press on so my sweaty hand doesn't get the paper all wrinkled. Let's see. All right, so I kind of have to build a few things here. Like I always say, draw what's in front first so you know where your limit is and where your edges are. So I have to draw that middle part as well. Something I also can't do is I can't draw all the feathers in the wings, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do there too. Alright. Okay, and I think I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie. Oh, no. I'm going to start drawing some hair because I talked about this. This is one thing I will talk about that I already talked about. I've seen drawings where you can see her hair, or pictures, and I've seen like where you can't see only one side of the hair. So I'm going to draw some of the hair kind of wrapped around, doing its thing. It seems silly to me because it's like, well, shouldn't your hair be tucked into it? You know, especially if you're going into battle, you want your hair hanging out. But I think the same thing too when I see like football players. It's like, why is your hair hanging out? Someone's gonna pull it, you know. And again, we're also talking about a god. You know what I mean? It's just, she's got a little bit of magical powers, so I think she's gonna be okay. All right. It's kind of like how I approach or my stance on high heels. You know, for fighters and whatnot, it's like I don't get it. Why did you put high heels on this character? But you know, it's not for me to complain, or not for me to judge, because I didn't make it. I'm not the one being paid to make these. You know, I didn't design her outfit. Someone else is getting paid to do that, and obviously they're right, because that's what they went with, you know. Okay, so I think that's good for the hair. I'm gonna stop there. I just want to, you know, hit some of these edges just a little bit. So there you go. So now I'm gonna start to build off of this. How are we doing on time? Pretty good, pretty good. This one's gonna be a while. I'm not gonna lie. This one's gonna take up quite a bit of time. What I did want to do is draw her holding the rope, but oh yeah, I put it over here. I put it over here. Never mind. I was talking about putting it in front of her, but then I would have to stop and hit that line, so I'm not going to worry about that. There's a whole bunch more stuff we got to worry about before we even get to there. So let's see what I can do here. Okay, so now that I've got that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, this is what we're going to do. Okay, I got it. So for the detail, I know that the eagle, I'm going to put head of it kind of like this, you know, the one that's across her chest. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do a lot of these with the small Sharpie, and the outline I'll do with the big Sharpie, and the rest of it I'll do like this, and that way it's not as bold as this is going to be, so it'll be a little bit highlighted less, but at least it'll give us something to color and draw, you know. Okay, so that's going up there, and you can't quite see the wings where it's going off for her shoulders because of the hair that's hanging out, but it goes out to her shoulders like this. Ooh, maybe we'll do that. We won't connect all the lines. Yeah. We're gonna do some awesome techniques here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do her shoulder pads like this, because they're layered. Like all of her suit is like this gold, you know, layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. So I'm gonna do, and here's what we're gonna do. So let me show you. So it's gonna come in, and I'm gonna kind of pick it up and do that, kind of like I do with the lightsaber. I'm gonna pick up line and make it a little less solid, but I'm going to have a solid outline for the, what do you call it, the edge. That, and because here what she has is like, again, a layered armor. I'm going to do like that. Okay? And let's see. So for her chest, we're going to go ahead and close it up here like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and I almost want to draw the middle and then reconnect it. Let's do this. Well, again, sorry if I'm all over the place, but this is how we're going to have to make it look layered armor. These are the techniques we're going to have to use. Like this. Because I want it to be, and see how I'm going to pick it up like that every now and then? I want it to be subtle, but I also want it to be there, you know? Because I want to do a lot of this with color as well. So, looks good to me. And this will help me also to determine where the edges are going to be based on the bumps I'm going to do. So watch this, watch this. I know it feels like I'm making weird little spaces like this. I am. I get it. But again, I'm trying to make it subtle, so when we do it with color, it's going to really stand out. So here's what I'm going to do. Again, I'm following my sketch, so I'm going to kind of bump it like this. So I'm going to come down and add a little bump. So see, it's kind of layered is what I'm doing. You like it? You like it? Awesome. So I kind of planned it where those bumps are going to be, so I can do that and highlight that it's again a layered armor. Okay. Let's see. It's going to come down here again. This is going to be the edge. We're going to say that this is the suit. You know, where her legs are going to be like that. So that I can go ahead and say, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with drawing that edge. But again, that way it gives us a subtle layered gold look. So when I do it with color, it's not going to look like hard edge lines. It is, but you know, we're kind of allowing ourselves a little bit more of freedom with our inking versus coloring. What we're going to do. Let's go ahead and do her arms since we got to finish this part up. I'm going to just give her regular arms because the armor that she has on her arms, it's so tiny I can't do anything about that with Sharpie. If I had maybe different color Sharpie, sure, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to do most of it with color, so I'm just going to give her some kick butt arms. And same thing, I'm going to give her some edges here. And again, it's that cool armor that she's got, so I'm gonna, let color take care of that. Do this, All right, so I'm gonna have her just holding fists. You know, she's got her hands up in her strong Amazonian clenched fist hand. I'm jumping all over the place, but kind of trying to make room for everything that's happening here. It's just too much power. She's too powerful, right? I'm excited for the show. By the time this comes out, we'll all be watching it. It's going to be awesome. Alright, there's one fist. How we doing on time? Not too bad, not too bad. Alright. Same thing over here, but I'm going to leave room for a rope on this side. I think. I'm going to try. Alright, so I'm going to come down with her arm this way. I'll crook of her elbow. Here's the actual elbow. Work my way up. I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to draw the rope. I don't want to draw through it. Let me just kind of do this real fast. And I'm not going to get this line right. I'm not going to get it as perfectly parallel as I want. I'm going to try. Let's see how thick it goes there. And it's going to be thin in other places. That's okay. But I just wanted to draw the rope, And I'm going to say, let's go ahead and do the other side too. Oops, way too thick there. But that's okay. That's what happens, At least you see that, they're not always going to be perfect. And I'm okay with that. You can erase, you can try to do what you want, but I'm okay. That's the idea, is that she's holding her magic rope, Alright, so now I have my start-stop points. I know that I don't want to draw through that. I'm going to go ahead and try to continue this line. There's her forearm. The back of her hand. Here's the knuckles. Pinky's around that. like that. The thumb is in front. There we go. All right. And so, like I said, there's a lot in this armor right here that I wish I could draw, but it's a bit much for a Sharpie real quick. So I'm not worried about that. I'm going to do it with color. There we go. Awesome. So for her legs, I'm going to kind of do like I did there. I'm going to draw some edges and not edges, but there's armor all spaced out onto her material on her arms, like the armor there. So I'm going to follow my pattern, follow my drawing, bump it up a little bit for the armor. But again, I'm following my sketch, so that's why I'm kind of doing it just willy and nilly, because I know where I'm going with this. I know what I was doing, and build off of this. So let's see, her legs coming in like this. Again, a little bit of armor. I should probably do one so you see where I am. This. Let's see, is it on the side? Yeah. So I'm going by a picture that I'm kind of guessing at what the armor is going to look like. But I'm going also by my sketch. So I know that I have a piece going across like this, so it's almost like that, but it's not touching. What I mean by that is it kind of goes up like this. This one comes down. It's almost like this one comes down too. This one, same thing. These are all pieces that are coming down. And then the line almost kind of goes up. Something like that. There you go. So it's something, see how we're doing it like a subtle bump like that just to highlight the edge? That's all I want. Again, because it's cloth, well, I guess it's not cloth, right? It's armor. Oops! I added some cloth lines to armor, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Let's do the same thing so we know what we're doing, kind of keep it together. So I'm going to do a long bump there, another short one there. Here's her inner thigh. 3 is what I had, right? Something like that. Let's see if I can redraw it like I did there. So I'm going to go with that middle one. I know this one comes down to here, it's going to go across like that. This one goes all the way down. And then I'm going to build around this. So, like that, it's going to come down, but not in the middle. That's the odd thing. You'd think it meets across there, but it doesn't. It kind of floats in the center of it. Again, hey, they're not paying me to do it. You know, somebody else got paid to design it like this. So, good for them, you know? Something like that. Cool. So let's do the same thing with her legs. I'm sorry, with the rest of it. So it's gonna kind of come like this. Let's see, that one's gonna bump, and that's okay if you don't actually bump them. You know, it's no big deal because you know I'm doing it just to highlight. It's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to be wrong if you don't. You know, it's hard to see anyway. You know, that's the thing. And like, there's more lines here, so I'll kind of do something like this. But again, it should be done with color. So I'm not too concerned with getting it 100% right. Okay, so for boots, we're just going to do something like this. There we go. So you see, just little subtle things like that would kind of give it the armor look, but without drawing a hard edge. Because that's my biggest problem, what I was talking about before, is that it's such a subtle gold design that I kind of don't want to draw it, you know? It's like I'd much rather do it with color to make it look better, you know? There we go. I just kind of made that up. I was like, you know, I think this is right, you know, but who cares? Let's just get some drawing done and see what it looks like. Cool. Okay, so last thing is let's do something for the wings. Now the wings, I'm going to do just like we did right there, because there's a whole bunch of little shapes and layered looks to it. There's no way that we can do all of them and draw them all. So I'm going to do just like I did, just a bunch of little, I sketched it out, I know which way I'm going, so I'm just going to do this. And know that that's layers that I can't draw. Now, if you want to sit there and draw every single line, go for it. I don't have time. We are running out of time. I'm not going to make an hour-long video. I just want to make something cool for you, you know? And I think doing something like this, then maybe we'll do some smaller lines, good as we're going to get for that detail of a wing. Careful, I don't want to draw through the rope. Like that. Alright, pretty cool, pretty cool. So, again, I'm just going to do a few extra lines. Just kind of something like this. Because there's no way that we can draw all these lines. Well, like I said, I don't have time to draw every single line. I think something like this is a nice little highlight. Something like that. Then we'll do the rest with color. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Wonder Woman. Gold version from Wonder Woman 1984. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.